what have I done this, what have I done that? No matter what I did in my own mind, I couldn't save him. I couldn't stop the bomb, I couldn't save Andy. And I got, it was like a lot of shit to live with, and it's going to be with me forever.
In 1992, Dom Felton was serving with the 2nd Battalion Royal Regiment of Fusiliers in County Armagh, Northern Ireland. It was while manning a vehicle checkpoint that the IRA detonated a £2,000 bomb that destroyed the building, injuring him and 6 others, and killing one of his fellow soldiers. The memories of that day haunted him for years, and his mental health spiralled downwards. His PTSD got so bad, he tried to take his own life on 3 occasions. But with the help of military charities, he has rebuilt his life and now uses his experiences to help fellow veterans struggling with their own mental health challenges. This is his story.
My position was in the South Sanger at Clutter Crossing. It's in Newry. We called it Romeo 15. Romeo 15 was a permanent vehicle checkpoint, and it was a main crossing from north to south. On that night, I was just carrying out my normal duties, covering the arcs, covering the roads. I had a roadman with me. Early hours of the morning, my roadman actually came out, huggy, and said, Dom, said, there's a car coming down the road with a flat tyre. What are you talking about? I'm looking at the road and there's nothing. But below me, I heard coming down towards me. Huggy's like, well, what do we do? What are we doing? And it's when I looked across and I saw the railway track. What the hell? I saw a van coming down the railway line. It was like, it's past us. Next thing I know, there's like a huge, I was thrown across the Sanger and silence.
The IRA had placed a £2,000 bomb inside the van, injuring 23 British soldiers and killing 22-year-old Fusilier Andy Grundy.
We followed a routine of like swapping Sangers, and I've been in the East Sanger, but I wanted to see all the girls on the road, like you do being a squaddy. See because he used to have all the famous people crossing over. If I hadn't said, oh, come on lads, let's just swap. And if he hadn't have swapped with me, then it'd be me in the East Sanger dead and not him. So, yeah, a lot of guilt. And I've lived for that for the best part of 32 years.
Do you still think about him?
Andy, every day, yeah. Got a photograph of him in my cabinet at home. All the enthusiasm of being that soldier, wanting to be that soldier, had gone. And I left then, went just back into normal work and carried on working, but I was just the same, like a routine of like work, drink, self-isolation. I could sleep if I'd been drinking, because then I wouldn't be having my flashbacks. Just seeing Andy's face all the time, I wouldn't be seeing the flash, I wouldn't be at 1-5, I'd just be unconscious. There was just nothing to live for.
On the 25th anniversary of the bombing, Dom met Andy Grundy's mother, May, at a memorial event in Newry.
And he says, like, I'm responsible for your son's death, and she went, no, you're not. She said, it's the IRA who killed my son, not you. But it's still hard. May turned round and said to me that if I wanted to honour Andy, it's like, get better.
Dom spoke to a doctor who referred him to combat stress. After being assessed, Dom was diagnosed with PTSD.
Do you ever think you beat PTSD, or do you just have to learn to live with it?
No, I've not beat it, because I'm still feeling, now I'm feeling like, yeah, bad. But it's managing it. You need an effective therapy. And Lord knows I've done enough of them. But I somehow respond to the weird ones, like EMDR and golf.
Dom's occupational therapist at Combat Stress put him in touch with On Cause Foundation, a charity that uses golf to help wounded and sick veterans.
I went out whacking a few balls on the range, and I just felt better, because I was frustrated and angry, but it was the right kind of frustration. It had a purpose, it had a target, and I was to hit that ball down there straight and into the hole. I'm being normal. I'm being frustrated for the right reasons, for not being frustrated for something I can't change. But I can change that because I can practice and I can put straight, and the next time I do it, it's going. And then I'm going to feel better. Don't have to sit in the house and mope and feel depressed and have no motivation, because I can come to places like this. And On Course Foundation did all that for me. I've had my moments on the golf course, but not the side that, you know, the idiot who used to go out drinking himself deaf and try and kill himself.
Where do you think you'd have been if you hadn't have found golf?
I'd probably be dead by now. I mean, the suicide bits, they weren't a cry for help. You know, I just didn't want to be here. Just sick and tired of living the way I was. Since I've got this group here, the most unruly, loudmouth set of people you'll ever met in your life. But hearts of gold, genuine, and you know, there's no doctor, therapist, psychiatrist in this planet can replace that.
Through On Course, Dom met Sergeant Dave Hayden MC. The two struck up a friendship and became their own peer support group. Dave had served with the RAF for 24 years, 17 of which were spent deployed on operational tours in kinetic war zones like Iraq and Afghanistan. In 2007, he was awarded the Military Cross for his bravery during the Battle of al-Waki, but his combat experiences began to take their toll on his mental health. After being medically discharged with PTSD, Dave's life spiralled out of control and he lost his family, found himself homeless and attempted to take his own life. Thanks to On Course Foundation and the Caddy School for Soldiers, Dave now works as a caddy at one of Scotland's most famous golf courses.
It was his first day. He was not talking to anyone. He was withdrawn, quiet, nervous, and I just got on with him. And then just started chatting with him, and I gave him bumps, and he smiled. And bought him a pint, and he smiled again. And I've known him for what, best part of, it's got to be about 5 or 6 years now. He annoyingly calls me Dad. But he also, when he's in trouble, he gives me a buzz. I've got all the time in the world for him. I'm not going to tell him what to do. But if he asks me for advice, I'll give it, and he'll listen, because he knows I've been there.
I met Dom. I noticed that Dom was a realist, and he told you how it was, because he'd been there and he's been through it. He started giving me reasons to want to be here. He's the guy I go to when I'm in the shit.
You're always in the shit.
No, I'm not. I would say the charities have supported in such an effect that they will identify and give you the tools to get out there again and start sort of meeting people. Going out onto the golf course with On Course Foundation, I met Dom, and I now go to Dom because Dom will always be there for me, and I know Dom won't leave me. Even if I've made a massive mistake or I'm having a really bad time, he won't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's a blip, Dave. You know, these things happen. You're still here, crack on. I've got a mental health issue because of stuff that I've seen and been part of over 24 years, you know. From where I was to where I am now, without the support of the charities, well, I wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that.
More than half of British Armed Forces heroes struggle with mental and physical health issues when they leave service. Thousands of veterans across Britain are waiting for specialist support and treatment. It's time for change. You can play your part by sponsoring a veteran today and helping them into recovery.
For those people, chaps, who do support Operation Lifeline, so these would be people who pledge £10 a month to sponsor guys like you, what would your message be to those people?
A lot of people can say, oh, it's £10 a month, but it's still a £10 a month. It's a £10 a month, you know, and that £10 a month adds up. It's nice to know that the British public have got our back. It really is. So if you would like to help veterans like us,
Please support Operation Lifeline.
and wear that badge with pride.